Jack's got you all set up.
Hold on one. Are you good for a start?
Yeah.
Let me just make sure.
I'll wait for you guys all to give me a clear. How about that? We have such a big crowd.
Sure.
Okay. Whenever you guys tell Jack and Jack tells me, we'll get started. We can do names and titles and stuff you want now ahead of time too.
Hey, they're going to start now. MoDOT. Okay. All right, thanks. Bye-bye.
Sorry, Mark.
Oh, no, that's fine. I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
Y'all good? We're all good? All right. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. My name is Tom Blair. I'm the district engineer for the Missouri Department of Transportation here in St. Louis. And this afternoon, we're here to brief you on MoDOT's preparations and actions for today's and tomorrow's possibly storm. The National Weather Service, it has forecasted another round of winter weather for us. It's happening right now as we speak here in the St. Louis region and throughout most of the northern part of the state. Much of northern Missouri has a winter weather advisory, and much of northern Missouri has 2 to 4 inches of snow predicted throughout today and into tonight. It's unique this time that National Weather Service has also predicted winter weather in Missouri's Boot Hill. So we don't always see that. We were informed late morning that the National Weather Service extended the weather advisories. So in the St. Louis region now we have a winter weather advisory from noon today until midnight tonight. So that's coming a little bit faster than what we all thought probably when we left our homes this morning and everything. MoDOT's been preparing for this, but it even came in faster than we expected. So again, what is expected as snow started late morning or around noon, depending on where you're at in the St. Louis region, 2 to 4 inches. National Weather Service is saying there will be a lull in the storm somewhere between 3 o'clock and 7 o'clock. So factor that into your decisions and everything. There'll be a lull, but it will start back up sometime later in the evening. With the total accumulation, they're saying up to 4 inches. That's sort of the weather forecast. I want to tell you a little bit about MoDOT's preparations. Bob's going to talk to you about what MoDOT's doing to prepare. I want to tell you before I turn it over to him about some of the things we need to ask everybody and remind everybody to do. So again, check the road conditions before you just jump in your vehicle. Please do that. We have a traveler information map here at MoDOT. You can you can Google it, whatever. Our MoDOT traveler information map has all the road conditions. We feed that statewide from information here through TMC. So please check the road conditions. Try to avoid traveling when there's active winter weather precipitation if you can. If you must travel, remember that conditions change quickly, especially now. We've just seen it in the last hour here in the St. Louis region. So you must use extra caution if you must travel during times when the winter precipitation is still coming down. If you're driving during a winter storm event, please slow down. Increase that distance between you and the vehicles in front of you. Drive for those conditions. So not only do you slow down, we also need to be very cautious and gentle in our braking and our steering. Those harsh braking and steering are often contributing factors in vehicle crashes during winter weather or possible vehicles leaving the roadway. You should always be buckled up. You should always be avoiding distractions, but never more so than during a winter storm. So avoid those sudden stops, those sudden turns, and harsh braking. Always during winter weather, I've seen on the cameras this afternoon, I see too many vehicles not using their headlights. Simple things like use your headlights are also good tips to have during any inclement weather, but definitely winter storms. If you happen to find yourself in a vehicle crash, minor fender bender, or slide off the road, please remember to be very thoughtful if you're going to leave your vehicle. I encourage you to actually stay in your vehicle, keep your seatbelt on, and call for help. But if you must leave your vehicle, please be very thoughtful about that because the rest of the vehicles around you might not even be prepared for you to jump out, and we don't want anyone jumping out of their vehicle and getting struck by another vehicle. And then please give our snowplows room. They need room to get the work done. We all need the MoDOT plows, the city and county plows in our communities to be able to get this these roads clear as quickly as possible, but we all play a contributing part. So please, if you're seeing any of the plows out there, please give them room. We always recommend around 4 car lengths. I know that's hard to do in St. Louis, but 4 car lengths, think about that. That's going to give you ample braking time. That's going to make our drivers feel safer so that they can stay focused on what they're doing and not be like looking at where you are and are you going to try to pass them and hit them. So we do monitor the forecast closely. We've been preparing for this. I'm going to turn over to Bob Becker, and he's going to tell you a little bit about what actions we are taking.
I'm Bob Becker, District Maintenance Engineer for MoDOT St. Louis District. And as it stated, it's currently snowing out there, and our roadways are covered currently. This storm came in several hours sooner than expected. But we've got full crews out there. We're working. They're doing what they can. They get things treated. They're getting plowed off the road as best they can. We've sent our crews home that are going to be working tonight because we're expecting a shift change at 7 o'clock and this go into the evening and into the night. Like I said, our current roadway conditions are covered. Those roads are slick out there. There's a thin layer of snow and out there on those roadways. Those roads are cold, so it is sticking to the road. So people need to slow down. As Tom said, they need to slow down and be careful. Take their time. Leave yourselves plenty of room. Your cars don't react as they normally do in these situations whenever there's snow on the roadway, so please be careful. Watch out for our plows. As Tom said, every time one of our plows gets hit and something happens, that takes our plows off the road. We can't get there to do what we need to do. So please give us plenty of room. Make sure we've got enough room. Give yourselves plenty of room when you're out there and when you're driving around, because things don't react as they normally do. This morning the biggest concern was this thing was going to move in during rush hour this evening. It came out considerably earlier, so now the big concern is all those folks are heading home now. We're changing that. There's a lot of traffic out here in the middle of the day, a lot more than normal. So please slow down and be careful, because we get a lot of traffic out there. Somebody trying to hurry to get home, there's going to be an incident, and then we get traffic stopped. You're in that traffic, our trucks get stuck in that traffic, and we can't get around to do what we need to do. So please take your time, be careful. You may want to wait some time. We're expecting a lull this afternoon in the storm, so there may be some opportunity for us to get caught up in those situations. And check with our travel information map, MoDOT.org, and go there and see what those road conditions are, and plan accordingly before you leave the office or have to get out this afternoon. Even this evening, there's supposed to be another round coming in after 7. So it may be best if you get the opportunity to get home to stay home or do some serious checking before you head out this evening. Like I said, this is not a storm like it was over the weekend storm. Things are cold already. Things are very cold. The snow sticking to the roadway. It's going to be more difficult to get up. It's not a wet, heavy snow. It's a light snow. So there's not a lot for us to push. It's going to melt. It's going to stick on the roadway and going to cause us problems. So please slow down as you do that. I mean, we'll be out there. We'll be out there for the duration of this storm. We'll run full crews tonight too. So if anybody needs anything, go to MoDOT.org. You can get information there. Thank you.
All right. Before I take any questions, I did want to also acknowledge that we have specific communication strategies around storms too. Again, this is largely a statewide storm. Much of Missouri is being hit right now. We've moved already staff around the state to do the best we can at getting this cleared. Along with that is our communication strategies, and we appreciate the local St. Louis media news outlets that are here to help get the message out. Each storm has its own unique story. We have statewide news releases that come out about them. We have lots of social media, so if you're not following us or some of our local media partners on social media, that's also a great way to stay contacted. We do contact motor carrier services, big tractor trailers. I get asked that question a lot. We have email communication. We have different communications to tractor trailer companies to try to inform them, because we understand how impactful it is to have all the tractor trailers out there and having them stuck in traffic. We utilize our digital message signs on the side of the roads all over the St. Louis region. We have many digital message signs. So if you're not listening to radio, if you're not doing all these other things, please at least read the digital message signs. They're going to give you the most up-to-date traveler information. And last but not least is our traveler information map. Both Bob and I have mentioned it. Please, if you have not already downloaded the MoDOT traveler information map onto your phone, that will give you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, the condition of all the roads in the state of Missouri, of all the state-owned roads in the state of Missouri. So, And then at last, I guess you can always call MoDOT. We do have a very talented team of customer service reps all over the state that will work diligently to get to your phone call, and we'll try to help you get to answers to questions and concerns that you might have. So with that, we'll take any questions.
How much did you guys pre-treat before this storm?
I'll let Bob answer that one.
I mean, that was part of our plan today to get out this morning. There is a lot of residue out there from the weekend storm, so there was a treatment down. But when this storm started rolling in, we got our trucks out as soon as we could to get a treatment out just as this thing was coming down.
Yeah, were you out there soon enough? I mean, it came in early. Did we have the plows out on the? Did you have the plows out on the road early enough, or could you have them out there earlier? What kind of problems did this cause?
Well, like our expectation was this was coming in 4 o'clock this afternoon, so we didn't get out there. If we would have known it was going to come in at noon, we would have had them first thing this morning. They would have been out hitting things. So as this evolved this morning, we got them out as soon as we could. You know, we can always wish that we would have got them out earlier, but we only can do as much as we know, and we got them out as soon as we could once it started.
And now, what problems has that caused now? Are you kind of behind the storm, or how would you characterize it?
I mean, we'd like to got a good treatment down, but still, even with this amount of snow rate, it's going to overcome that treatment. Those roads are still going to get slick. You know, treatment means when that snow hits the road, it's going to start to melt. And then when more snow goes on top, you get more of a slush and things like that. We break that bond. We've lost some of that with this storm because of the way it came in. So it's going to stick a little more and going to cause that that layer of snow and ice on the roadway itself.
And then your advice to people that are at work right now, or what is that?
I would give it a little time. Like I said, I think a lot of businesses are saying let them people go home as it did come in early. I think that was an expectation this morning. And now I'm afraid we moved rush hour from 4 o'clock to 1 o'clock. And if they can take their time, watch the storm as it comes in, if there is a break, we'll make a lot of progress quickly. Thank you.
Are there any other questions for MoDOT? I know we normally have our National Weather Service partners and Highway Patrol and everything, but again, the storm was forecasted for later. We wanted to get the message out, so we appreciate all of you covering this message. And everybody stay safe out there. Be cautious. Drive slow. Buckle up. No inattentive driving during winter weather. There's not any room for that. So thank you for everybody. Bob and our team here will continue to work hard 24/7 until we get the roads back to clear condition.
Thank you.